Hey, it's time for the Global Reading Challenge again. The Global Reading Challenge is a partnership between Seattle Public Library and Seattle Public Schools for 4th and 5th graders. Students choose from our selection of 8 books. Then they break up in teams and they compete in a series of trivia challenges. Teams of up to 7 students will listen to trivia questions, write down their answer in a team huddle, and then they'll submit their answer to the judges. The judges will then mark the answer correct or incorrect on a scorecard. And after each question, the judges reveal the correct answer, and the teams move on to the next question. At the end, the team with the highest number of correct answers wins. We have a great lineup of books this year, and I hope you find something awesome to read. The books this year are Miles Lewis, King of the Ice by Kelly Starling Lyons, The Case of Windy Lake by Michael Hutchinson, Shiny Misfits by Maysoon Zayed, Ways to Make Sunshine by Renee Watson, Snapdragon by Kat Lay, When You Trap a Tiger by Tay Keller, Ben Yokoyama and the Cookie of Doom by Matthew Swanson and Robbie Bear, Mexikid by Pedro Martin. And here are some of your children's librarians to tell you more about the books.
This is King of the Ice by Kelly Starling Lyons, illustrated by Wayne Spencer. It is book 1 in the Miles Lewis series. So early in the book, we learn that Miles's 4th grade class is going on a field trip to the local ice skating rink. This makes him a little bit nervous. Miles is great at sports, but he's never been ice skating before. And now he's not sure if it's going to be different from roller skating or even if he'll be good at it. So to add to this stress, Miles agrees to this bet that his friend RJ suggests. If Miles falls while ice skating, he's going to have to wear a sign on his backpack at school that says, RJ is the man. So now there are some things that make him a little less stressed about the class field trip. His teacher says that you can learn a lot about physics from ice skating. And this intrigues him because he loves science. Also, he finds out that his grandma used to ice skate when she was a little girl. That's something he never knew before about her. And thirdly, at dinner, his dad, who just so happens to be a Black history professor, his dad tells him to look up Willie O'Ree, which really intrigues him. So Willie O'Ree was the first Black hockey player in the National Hockey League, the NHL. So, who ends up being King of the Ice? Is it Miles? Is it Willie O'Ree? Is it RJ? Well, you'll have to read it to find out for yourself. Thank you.
If you like mystery and adventure, I've got a great book for you. The Case of Windy Lake is the first book in the Mighty Muskrats mystery series. It all starts when an archaeologist goes missing on the Windy Lake First Nation. Many in the community are not excited about helping in the effort to find him because he works for the mining company on the lake. People are rightfully concerned that the Windy Lake First Nation's sacred sites will be ruined. In fact, there are several folks who want the mining operation gone altogether. Enter the Mighty Muskrats. Sam, Otter, Atim, and Chickadee, 4 cousins who are young super sleuths. They know that they have to solve this mystery before the archaeologists get sick or hurt or worse in the wilderness around the lake. But can they help to find this man while still honoring their First Nations community? Find out in The Case of Windy Lake by Michael Hutchinson, one of this year's Global Reading Challenge books.
Hi there, this is Miss Louisa. I am live from the Pumpkin Patch and I'm here to wish you a happy GRC season. Hiya, Miss Louisa here again. Hi. Back at the library, wearing a different outfit. I got some makeup on. I'm speaking the following words to you, my dears, my darling kiddos. Pumpkin patches while delightful magical places are also muddy and very slippery, especially in the rain. And possibly you shouldn't wear cowboy boots to them and expect anything but the humiliation of making a total fool of yourself to film a little promotional video about a kid trying to go viral but drowning in her own serious lack of riz. It was all too cringe, so here I am back at the library with like a negative 17 aura point thing. I don't really know what it is, but I'm in it. But the thing is, Ban, my girl, my queen, my Pookie even, she gets it. Ban just wants clout already, and she wants it so bad she can practically taste it. Okay, so yeah, Ban, she can be a bit of a like pick me, but literally, truth, who isn't sometimes? And yeah, she's even kind of shuggy. I mean, crushing on the most popular boy at school, basic nonsense. But yeah, she's also like the total goat when it comes to dancing, and she just wants to be acknowledged for it. Is that so bad, really? Sometimes a girl just feels extra, and she's just giving zesty 365 energy. And is she to blame, really, because some peeps can't deal with it? No, I don't think so. Word, I get it. Too much. But babes, I literally never thought I'd say this. Sometimes going viral isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Like when getting likes becomes more important than your friends, your fam, your BFFs, all your peeps, including your best kitty friend ever, Lucy. Like when you team up with your worst enemy to make it to 50 million views, the one who used your disability to get his own 15 minutes of fame. Low key, I might be Delulu. I usually am. Ask my kid. But it turns out likes from a bunch of computer nerds is like truly mid. And mind blown. Respect, self-respect might literally slap. This is Shiny Misfits. Plan to let it live rent-free in your mind for a while. Thank you.
Let's talk about Ways to Make Sunshine by Renee Watson. When we first meet Ryan Hart, there's a kid who's like teasing her about her name, and I love this. She responds, I do not have a boy's name. I have my name. My name is Ryan, and Ryan means king, and that means I am a leader. I love that Ryan doesn't put up with teasing or bullying. As a reader, that pulled me right in because I like to read about kids who are courageous and kind. Other interesting things about Ryan. She lives in Portland, Oregon, and that reminded me of another character who grows up in Portland. Can you guess? Ramona Quimby. Anyway, Ryan's family moves from one neighborhood in Portland to another neighborhood in Portland, and their new place is an old house, and it's a lot smaller than the house they lived in before. Ryan's pretty disappointed that it's old and small, but she's also kind of scared because she finds something weird in the closet that suggests maybe there's a ghost. Anyway, we know that Ryan can stand up to bullies, but it's important to know that sometimes she caves to peer pressure. Like at Amanda's pool party and sleepover, this girl named Red was picking on Ryan for not getting in the pool like she was being a baby or a chicken. But instead of telling that girl to cut it out or like ignoring her, Ryan gets in the pool to prove herself. So she ends up proving Red wrong. She shows her that she's like really good at breathing underwater, but she ends up messing up her hair like really badly because her grandma had just pressed it. Anyway, she wanted so badly to prove this girl wrong that She kind of let down her mom and herself. To be fair, like, nobody's perfect. I get that. And we can't be our best all the time. Honestly, I think this makes Ryan more interesting because she's not perfect. She doesn't always make the best decisions, and that's kind of part of growing up, right? Anyway, if you are interested in getting to know more about Ryan and what choices she makes and how they affect her life, I really encourage you to read Ways to Make Sunshine by Renee Watson.
Snapdragon's town has a witch. She fed her eye to the devil. She eats roadkill and casts spells with the bones. Well, at least that's what the rumors say. This witch is just Jax, an internet-savvy, Crocs-wearing old lady who sells the skeletons of the roadkill she collects online. It's a creepy business, sure, but Snap thinks it's really cool too. After finding orphaned baby possums, Snap needs a favor from Jax, so she begins helping Jax with her strange work. As Snap gets to know her, she realizes that Jax might just in fact have real magic and an unlikely connection to Snap's family's past. So, is Jax really a witch? And who is this family connection with? Read the graphic novel Snapdragon for the Global Reading Challenge to find out.
Imagine the stories your grandmother told you as a child. They suddenly come to life in the most unexpected way. In When You Trap a Tiger by Tay Keller, we follow Lily, an introverted QAG or quiet Asian girl who loves her family fiercely. Her world is turned upside down when her family moves from the sunny California to rainy Sunbeam, Washington, because her almani or grandmother is sick. Lily comes face to face with a magical tiger straight up Almani's Korean folktales on their way into town. The tiger later offers Lily a deal: return what her almani stole long ago from the tigers, and maybe her almani will get better. As Lily uncovers the family secret, she learns the magic comes with consequences, and not everything can be undone. What did Almani steal from the tigers? And will the tigers heal Almani? Are the stories that Almani told true? Will Lily be brave enough to face the tigers and save her family? Or will she discover that some things like love and loss aren't meant to be fixed? Read When You Trap a Tiger by Kay Teller to find out.
Oh, hi there. I was just about to crack into a fortune cookie. I went and bought these from Ojimaya at the Rose brand kind, because these are made in Seattle. And I just had to have one because I had just read Ben Yokoyama and the Cookie of Doom, which means the fortune cookie of doom, to be exact. And so this book is about Ben, and he goes to a Chinese restaurant with his aunt, and he gets noodles, his favorite, of course, and he cracks into his fortune cookie at the end of his meal, and it says, to live each day as if it were his last. Oh my goodness, this is such a dire fortune, right? It's basically telling you that you're gonna have your last day on earth, so what are you gonna do with your life? So Ben makes a list of everything he would do if this were in fact his last day. Things like eat an entire cake or do a cool trick on his scooter. And all of these things start to pile up and things go wrong, I will tell you. And also he ends up helping a lot of other people do their theoretical last day lists. Like for you, for instance, what would be on your last day list if you knew this was your last day? I know for me, it would be to eat this delicious fortune cookie. Crack into this bad boy. Oh, having fun isn't hard when you have a library card. Oh, now where have I heard that one before? Anyway, you should read this book. It's really good. And so are these.
It's time for a family road trip. Join Pedro, his parents, and his 8 brothers and sisters as they load into the family's huge Winnebago RV. They are going to drive more than 2,000 miles to Mexico to visit their abuelo and bring him back home to California to live with them. All road trips are full of adventures, and Pedro has his share. First, when they arrive at Mexico, the Mexican Border Patrol confiscates all of Pedro's favorite comic books and music tapes. Later, Pedro gets a hilariously terrible haircut from a village barber. Also, the family digs up some skeleton bones, a deer ends up in the Winnebago, and Pedro meets a kid with Pop Rocks candy snapping and crackling in the snot dripping from his nose. It is a hilarious journey of family, culture, love, and understanding where you come from. Everything Pedro needs to be a Mexikid. Written and illustrated by Pedro Martin.
I'm so excited about these books, and I hope you are too. Copies of the books are available in many formats. We're sending paperbacks to your schools, and the titles are also available at all of the Seattle Public Library locations while supplies last. In addition to those paperbacks, you can place a hold on books from the library or access ebooks and e-audio with your library link account. Check out our website at spl.org/grc for more information. Happy reading, and we hope to see you at the library.